Stop, 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 stop on the straightaway. Not all the way in the front. Spread yourselves out on the straightaway. There we go. Spread yourselves. Don't get close to each other. All right. You guys are not racing each other. You are racing the clock. So you do not all have to take off. In fact, do not go till I call your name. All right? When nobody goes, I'm going to hit the tone, and then I'll call out names. All right. Here we go. Let's go, Paul. Jackson. Brantley. Jeff. All right. Now everybody's got a little bit of space between them, so we hopefully won't run into each other right at the beginning. And Paul coming around to complete his first lap up on two wheels, a 25.6. Brantley, after a long layover, comes by with a 26.2, a long layoff from racing. Jeff a 26.0 and Jackson a 33. Brantley was a regular here. Dad was serving our country overseas, and they took a break from racing. They're back now. Brantley trying to get back into race shape here. Jeff with an 18.58. Now a 17.3. He's your leader on a 15.05 pace. Paul Williamson in the second spot on a 14.5-14 pace. Jackson a 12.506 and Brantley a 12.515. Paul by with a 24-second lap. Jeff a 20.8. Jackson his best lap the last time by a 20.7. He had a 20.7 last time. Let's see what Jackson's got this time, 24.1. We've got just over 3 minutes left in this one. Drivers all spread out on the clock here. Brantley coming by with a 29-second lap. Jeff and Jackson coming by together. Jeff on a 17.79, Jackson a 23.8. Paul come by a 25-second lap. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. You can't drive through cars. It doesn't work real well there, Jackson. Slow it down. Go around that guy. Although with a truck it works better than if you got a car. Hey, that single-double line worked really well for Jackson that time. 17.09, best lap of the race for Jeff Porter last time by. Jackson a 22.4. Let's see what Brantley and that lime green car has got. Now 30.3 and Paul a 24.6. Got a minute 40 to go. Jackson with his best lap of the race, a 19.1. Big improvement for him over his previous best. Jackson making that single-double work every time. Makes it look like the way to go. Coming up on a minute mark.
1 minute left.
Jackson now moving up into the second spot after a couple of solid laps. Oh, and then he gets hung up on the pipe. I jinxed him. Paul with his best lap of the race at 20.6. Brantley at 24.7, his best lap last time by. Jeff coming by with a 17.1. We've got 20 seconds left on the master clock. The order is Jeff, Paul, Jackson, and Brantley. Master clock has expired. Keep going till either I or the computer says you're done. Paul, his best lap that time by a 20:38. Jackson, a 19:98. Everybody's still on the clock.
Jeff Porter
Jeff
done.
is done.
Paul Williamson done.
Is done. Looking for Jackson and Brantley.
Brantley Freemeyer done.
Jackson, come on down. Jackson, drive to me. Go down the straightaway. There we go.
Jackson
All right. All right, so final order on that is Jeff, Paul, Jackson, and Brantley. Good racing guys. All novices, all relatively new here to Fastlane. Race number 2, our first heat of 17.5 is up. Let's see. We're going to need plenty of volunteers for this one. We had some little guys there in that novice heat, so this heat is Rick, Brett, Larry, and Matt. Again, I could use some volunteers. If we fill all the spots along with the 2 young guys, then we should be all right. Even with the young guys out there. Brantley. All right, looking for some volunteers, please. Somebody looking for good race karma. Somebody that needs it. If you're there in the pits and just BSing, help us out here. Thanks, Brandon.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd like to get one guy down here by me, please. One guy in the corner down here. Looking for Marshall down here by me. You get to kind of lean up against the wall. We'll shut down the straightaway here, get these guys lined up, but I do need a Marshall down here. Unlike Joe, I'm not good enough or quick enough anymore to call a race and Marshall. Can I get somebody down here, please? Volunteer Marshall, please. If you get up there, I get somebody down here. Thanks, Rock. Rock, in spite of multiple surgeries, willing to come out here and volunteer when we have perfectly well young guys out there sitting on their butts. All right, you guys are on your own clock. You've all done this before, so you know how it works. Roll them off on the tone. Matt McGee comes by 15.3 initial fast lap. Now Brett Nelson a 14.4 on his lap 2. Matt a 14.8. Then Larry George 15.4. And Rick comes by a 17.6. Brett coming by, new fast lap of the race, 14.26. Matt with some trouble with an 18-second lap. Larry a 17.009. 17.6 for Rick. We got 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. It's Brett, Matt, Larry, and Rick. Brett, best lap of the race, 14.17. Oh, pipe, Paul. That was your leader. Lands a triple wrong and cartwheels off the track. Matt McGee, his best lap of the race, 14.74. He's the current leader. At the halfway point, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. It's Matt, Brett, Larry, and Rick. Matt on a 25.11 pace. Brett a 19.514. Larry a 17 flat and Rick a 15.02. Brett a 13.94, best lap of the race by anyone. Rick giving him some room there. Rick trying an interesting line down the straightaway that time, sliding down on the pipe. Gap between Brett and Matt on the master clock, 1.4 seconds. Both of them on 19 lap paces now with 1.5 minutes to go. That gap is now under a second. Brett ahead on the track, behind on the clock. Brett now a 13.82. Into the pipe. Help them out. Two-wheel drive buggies aren't going to get themselves off the pipe. 1 minute to go. Brett had taken the lead momentarily, but now Matt back in the lead after Brett getting stuck on the pipe. .25 seconds left. Master clock has expired.
Brett Nelson done.
Matt, keep going. You had a later start.
Rick Hobbs done. Larry George done.
Looking for Matt. Matt's going to get a 20 lapper here. It comes around. All right, Matt's done. Everybody's in. Matt takes that 25-17, sets the early TQ. This is best single round of qualifying, so if you didn't have the round you wanted there, just shake it off and come back next round and do better. Heat 2 is 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy up next. I got 4 racers from that last race who are going to marshal, and then I'm going to need 1 or 2 volunteers still.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
Watch it at the end of the straightaway. Watch it at the end of the straightaway. I need the racers from the last race out to marshal and 2 volunteers, please. Yeah, 1 up in the corner there, Matt, in the far corner.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, I got 1, 2, 3. Looking for volunteers. Rick, I'll let you take right there where you're at, but then I need 2 volunteers, please. Tegan, what are you doing? Thank you. Grab the white bucket. And somebody down here in the corner standing next to me. Great spot to watch the race from. Just don't get too interested in the race and forget the marshal. All right, Adam. Is there a chance that you're using a transponder that would have been logged into Kevin Van Leer? All right, no? Okay, then come by. Now, somehow it says Kevin Van Leer, but okay, then that's why. All right, you guys, thank you. To line them up, you guys have done this before. You're on your own clock. Separate yourselves on the tone. Chasing Matt McGee's 25-17 from the first heat here. Brent Riley with fast lap of 14-19. He's on a 22-lap pace right now. Lane on a 21. Kevin Moyer on a 21. Brent now a 13.96, 22.512 his pace. Kevin Moyer and Lane McGee almost dead even on the clock, battling for that second spot. Lane with a 14.1 fast lap, Kevin a 14.6. Lane coming into turn 1 a little hot there, but he's now got a 4-second lead over Kevin. Brent on a 21.08 pace. Lane a 21.14 pace, 2 seconds back on the master clock. Oh, with a problem there in the S section. 2 down, 3 to go. Kevin Moyer and Lane battling for that second spot. Kevin just 3/10 back on the master clock. Again, position on the track can be misleading, as Kevin's in front of Lane on the track, but behind him on the clock by about 0.8 of a second. Watch it coming onto the straightaway. Watch it coming on the straightaway. Clear. Just past halfway. Brent Riley on a 21.513 pace. Out front, ahead of TQ. Lane McGee in the second spot, 20.06. That's still ahead of TQ. Oh, now Brent with a problem. I missed a big long lap there. He dropped down to third, up to second again already. Kevin Moyer with his best lap of the race, 14.56 last time by. Backs it up with a 15.0. Adam a 14.2, his best lap of the race. 1:45 left in this one. After a bit of shuffling, the order is now Brent, Kevin, Lane, Adam, and Alan. 25.02 TQ pace. For Brent, 25.07 TQ, or also ahead of TQ for Kevin. Lane right at first heat TQ pace. So top three with a chance. Watch it on the straightaway. Watch it on the straightaway. Go high. Oh, all right. Brent back on a 21 lapper. Top three cars ahead of the previous heats TQ with 1 minute to go. Brent Riley, new fast lap, 13.88. But this time by was an 18 or a 17.5. Thirty seconds left. Thank you, Tegan. 15 seconds on the master clock. Adam comes by. Brent comes by. 25.02, still ahead of TQ.
Brent Riley done.
Brent takes the win.
Lane McGee done.
Kevin Lane, that order, then Adam and Alan.
Done.
Adam, are you done? Come on down here, Adam. And get that
Adam
lap
Cash
in.
done.
All right. So Brent takes at 25.01. Kevin at 25.10, both ahead of the previous TQ. Lane a 19.08. Adam an 18.13. Alan a 15.09. Thank you, guys. We'll get the next heat, which is our truck heat. I've got a few different types of trucks running here. Race 4 is 13.5 two-wheel drive short course, it says, but that's kind of a mixed heat of trucks. Race 4 is 13.5 two-wheel drive short course.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Rock, Jack, Doug, and Aaron. Don't go turning it up. What? All right. All right. All right, if you were in the last heat, I need you out to marshal. That should give me 5 marshals, and then maybe I'll get a volunteer. Yeah, if I could get 1 volunteer, that'd be good. I get somebody in a bucket and somebody down here. That should give us good coverage.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Aaron Kuhn, you're going to make this one. This is kind of our catch-all truck heat. I've got a seat out here for somebody who wants to sit and marshal. Home Depot bucket. Pretty please. I didn't hear whether Aaron's going to make it or not. Aaron, are you going to make it? All right, this is all our racers. Looks like Aaron's not going to make this round. So let's shut down the straightaway and line them up. Once again, everybody on their own clock here. So roll them off on the tone. Rock Lee with the lead in this one on 18.513 pace. Jack Foster 17.11 and Doug a 16.02. 15.57 fast lap for Rock. We're just at the halfway point on this one.
1 minute left.
All right, into the last minute of this one. Rock still out front. He's on, Doug Hunley has taken over the top spot. Rock with a couple of longer laps. Doug running at 50% power to try to even it out. Actually, probably doing better than with full power. Rock off the track. Apparently broke. Nitro finger there. You can hear Doug blipping the throttle. Fast lap of the race for Doug there, for his best, 16:26. Hey, starting to get racy and he's crashing. Master clock has expired.
Doug Hunley done.
Doug is done. Jack will finish when he crosses. Doug takes that, 17:03.
Jack Foster done. The race is completed.
Thank you. We are going to need volunteer marshals for the next race since that wasn't a full heat. 21.5 buggy is up. Our only heat of that.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Jay found a seat. Thank you, Jay. Used a volunteer down there, looking at getting Doug back out. Looking Jack, Rock, Aaron. Aaron, I know you didn't run, but you should still be marshaling. And then a volunteer would come in handy. Aaron, the cone between Tegan and J Concepts. All right, Jack coming back out. I could use another marshal, please.
1 minute to the start of the race.
If you're not occupied, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, would you like to sit over here with me where I have the microphone? Aaron, what's your son's name? Carson? Carson. Hey, buddy. You want to sit over here? Do you want a seat? Do you want a seat over here? Do you want to sit over here with me?
You want to sit over here? You can go sit over there. That's fine.
You want to sit over here with me?
I gotta stand out here right now, okay? You gotta stay up here, bud. I'm sorry. I don't want you to get hit out.
Here, if you want, because if you get hit out there by a car, it's going to hurt. So you can sit over here with me, or you can stand up there. What do you want to do? That wasn't one of the choices. Oh, I know. Here. Yeah, you want do the bucket or whatever, maybe. Yeah. All right, we're going to go with this. Let's shut down the straightaway, line them up, at least point them in the right direction. That's a good start. All right, you're on your own clock on the tone. Kevin Moyer on a 20:09 pace right now. If he can hold that to the end, it would put him pretty high in the 17.5 field. Lisa spinning that to start finish. Now 15:06 fast lap for Kevin. Brandon in the second spot. Tristan running third. Lisa running fourth. Two minutes down, 3 to go. $15,004 for Kevin. He's on a 25:08 pace. Two and a half down, 2.5 to go. We're approaching 2 to go here, 3 down. Kevin's still on a 20-lapper. Brandon about a lap behind, and Tristan a couple laps off of Brandon. Lisa a couple laps behind Tristan. Brandon turning his best lap there, 15:06. Under a minute and a half to go. Approaching the minute mark here. Kevin's still hanging on to that 20-lap pace, running consistent laps in the mid-15s and lower. 45 seconds left. $25 seconds left on the master clock. Slower lap there for Kevin, but still on a 20-lap pace. Back. Master clock has expired. Keep running until we call you done.
Tristan Freemeyer done.
Tristan is done. Brandon is
Freemeyer
done. Lisa is done.
Lisa
Kevin's going to
done.
finish here with a win, a
Kevin Moyer
25-11 with a 6. Next up, our two-wheel drive mod
The
buggy
race is
heat.
completed.
Yep, 25-11. Next up, our mod two-wheel
2
drive
minutes to
buggy
the
heat.
start of the
Rock,
race.
Shelby, and Brent. We need marshals from the last race and then a couple volunteers. Thank you, Paul. Well,
One minute to the start of the race.
let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Lisa, she's coming. Any chance I can get a volunteer? Looking for a volunteer. Looking for a volunteer. Volunteer for the back corner, please. All right, let's shut down the straightaway. All right, you guys are pros. You can handle this. We're going to go with the marshals we got. Qualifying on your own clock, so spread them out at the start. Roll them off on a tone. Well, first lap, 13:98 for Brent, 14:0 for Shelby, 15:0 for Rock. Shelby now a 13:5. Brent, 14:2. Shelby in the pipe there. So one down, it's Brent, Rock, and Shelby after 21-second lap for Shelby when he got in the pipe. .22:08 the pace for Brent out front, 13:75 fast lap of the race. Last time by now at 13:52. Oh, no, I'm backwards. 13:52 was fast lap by Shelby said earlier. That was Brent's personal best of 13:75. Brent on a 22 lap pace, the other two races on 21 lap paces. Rock just turned his best lap, a 14:2, backed up by a 14:7. Shelby a 13:305, best lap of the race by anyone, enough to move him up into the second spot at the halfway point. One second separating Shelby and Brent on the master clock. Shelby ahead on the track. Brent just turned his personal best to 13:59. Three down, two to go. Brent's pace 22:5:13. Next up, race 7. Our first heat of 13.5 four-wheel drive buggy.
One minute left.
.40 seconds left. Brent, his own personal best last time, a 13.408. He's still got the lead on a 22.510. Followed by Shelby, then Rock. 13.28 for Shelby that time by best lap of the race. The master clock has expired. Keep them rolling.
Shelby Parker done.
Shelby done with a 21.05. Brent done
Riley
with a 22.510. And a 22.512 for Rockley.
The race is completed.
Race number 7. First heat of 13.5 four-wheel drive
2
buggy.
minutes to the start
Jack,
of the race.
Tegan, Rick, Larry, and Jason.
One minute to the start of the race.
Get those 3 racers back out to Marshall, and then obviously we're going to need some volunteers. Got a car stuck here on the wrong side of the pipe in the triples. All right, I got everybody checked in. Let's shut down the straightaway. If I get one marshal out here on the Home Depot orange bucket, please. Get a volunteer out here on the Orange Depot orange bucket. You get to watch straightaways close. That means you're not racing down the straightaway. I need a volunteer. Need a volunteer out on the orange bucket, please. Somebody young and quick. Need a volunteer marshal in the pits, guys. Need somebody somebody sort of quick on their feet. Kevin on bucket, please. Thank you. All right. This is a qualifier. You're all on your own clock. So you can give yourselves some space here at the start. Let's roll them off on the tone. Nope. Get that car on the other side of the pipe. Thank you. We're 1 minute in. Watch it on the straightaway. Get. One minute into this one, we've got Tegan out front, followed by Jason, Jack, Rick. Tegan's fast lap at 14.0. Tegan on a 25:15 pace. What the fuck? Watch it in the triple. Three down, two to go. About a minute 15 left in this one. It's Tegan, Jason, Jack, Rick, and Larry. 19 flat the pace for Tegan. Pace gonna slow down there after casing the landing on a triple.
1 minute left.
Jack Foster wins the prize for noisiest car on the track. Thirty seconds left. Master clock
Cummings
has
done.
expired. Tegan, it got you.
Jack Foster done.
Tegan's going to take this with an 18.501.
Jason
All right,
Roberts done.
Tegan, Jason, Jack, you're done. Looking for Rick to finish. Track is still
Rick
hot.
Hobbs
Track is
done.
still hot. Okay, Rick is done. Larry out early. Tegan takes it 18.501. Jason 18.506. Jack 17.02. Rick 16.517. Get those guys back out to Marshall along with some volunteers.
The race is completed.
At least one volunteer, maybe. Final heat of round 2 here.
2 minutes to the start of the
Lane,
race.
Brett, Grady, Jay, Chase. Once again, someone left a Spectrum SLT3 radio up on the driver's stand. It's now over here in the scoring area. Tegan, Chase, Larry.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Still could use some help marshaling. Let's see, who do I not have? I got Larry. I don't have Jack. I got Jason, but I don't have Jack. Rick, you can have that spot. If I can get Jack out here to marshal. Jack Foster looking for you to marshal. Thank you. You can be down here by me. All right, let's line them up, pointing in the right direction on the straightaway. Racers ready, on the tone. Lane McGee, 13.4 on his second lap, taking over the top spot, followed by Grady, Jay, Brett, and Chase. Jay a 13.7, Grady a 14.7. Grady now a 14.2. So just over a minute into this one, it's Jay, Grady, Brett, Lane, and Chase. Minute 45 into this one, Jay, Brett, Grady, Lane, and Chase. Just 1.2 seconds between your first and second place buggies. Lane's stuck down in the fourth spot right now, but he's got fast lap of the race, 13.4. Brett Nelson currently in the second spot. Nope. taking over the top spot. Brett with 1.5 second advantage now over Jay. Then 10 seconds back to Grady, 5 seconds back to Lane, and 20 seconds back to Chase. Top 4 drivers ahead of the first heat TQ. .145 left. Brett Nelson, your leader by 3 seconds over Jay Calaherca. A big gap back to Grady. Less than a second between Grady and Lane in a battle for third. And then Chase a couple laps back of that. Top 4 still ahead of the first heat TQ. Watch it before the triple. Okay.
One minute left.
Into the final minute of this one. Closest battle for first place between Brett and Jay, but that's a 4-second gap. Watch it in the straightaway, go low, go low. Or at least close to the pipe. 22.512 pace for Brett Nelson with 10 seconds left. Master clock has expired.
Jay Calaherca done.
Brett with troubles.
Big Perm done. Grady Ashton done.
Pulling off. So only 3 cars running at the finish. It's Jay, Grady, Brett, Chase, and Lane.
The race is completed.
All right, we'll do a little track maintenance and